There are 7 foods sitting in your kitchen right now that are aging you 10 years faster than they should. The terrifying part? Most people eat at least 3 of them every single day, thinking they're making healthy choices. Scientists recently analyzed blood samples from 10,000 people over 50 and found that those who consumed these 7 foods daily had biological ages up to 12 years older than their chronological age. Their cells looked ancient. Their organs showed advanced wear. Their brains showed early signs of decline. But here's what shocked researchers. When participants eliminated just 5 of these 7 foods for 90 days, their biological markers reversed by an average of 4.7 years. Number 3 on this list is in 90% of refrigerators, marketed as heart-healthy. But new studies show it might be one of the worst things you can eat after 40. Stay until the end, because I'll give you the exact substitutes for each food. Foods that actually reverse cellular aging instead of accelerating it. Let's talk about what's really destroying your body from the inside out. Before we start the list, you need to understand what cellular aging actually means. Every cell in your body has tiny protective caps called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips on shoelaces. Every time your cells divide, these telomeres get shorter. When they get too short, the cell can't function properly. It either dies or becomes senescent, meaning it stays alive but stops working and releases inflammatory chemicals that damage surrounding cells. This is biological aging. And here's the critical discovery: certain foods accelerate telomere shortening by up to 300%, while others can actually slow it down or even lengthen telomeres. The foods on this list are telomere destroyers. Let's reveal them. Food number 1, vegetable oils labeled as heart-healthy. We're talking canola, soybean, corn, sunflower, safflower oils. For decades, you were told these were better than saturated fats. The science now tells a completely different story. These oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, and when the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio gets too high, it triggers systemic inflammation. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people over 50 with high omega-6 intake had inflammatory markers equivalent to someone 15 years older. But here's the worst part. When these oils are heated during cooking, they oxidize and create compounds called aldehydes, which are toxic to cells and accelerate aging. What to use instead? Extra virgin olive oil for low heat, avocado oil for high heat, coconut oil for baking. These have stable fats that don't oxidize, and they actually reduce inflammation. Food number 2, sugar-free diet products with artificial sweeteners. You thought you were being smart, choosing diet soda, sugar-free yogurt, zero-calorie sweeteners. Research from 2023 shows artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin disrupt your gut microbiome, the community of bacteria that controls 70% of your immune system. When your gut bacteria are damaged, inflammation skyrockets, nutrient absorption drops, and cellular aging accelerates. A study tracking 3,000 adults over 10 years found those who consumed artificial sweeteners daily had gut microbiomes that looked 20 years older. The substitute? If you need sweetness, use small amounts of raw honey, maple syrup, or monk fruit, which don't destroy gut bacteria. Better yet, retrain your palate to need less sweetness entirely. Food number 3, the big surprise: whole wheat bread and most whole grain products. Wait, weren't whole grains supposed to be healthy? Here's what they didn't tell you. Modern wheat has been hybridized to contain much higher levels of gluten and a protein called wheat germ agglutinin, WGA, which triggers inflammation in most people over 40, even if you're not celiac. Studies show WGA can cross the blood-brain barrier, accelerate joint inflammation, and spike blood sugar almost as much as white bread. A landmark study found that people who eliminated wheat for 12 weeks showed a 40% reduction in inflammatory markers. and their skin aging visibly reversed. The substitutes: sourdough made with ancient grains like einkorn, true whole oats, quinoa, or just reduce grain dependency entirely and get carbs from sweet potatoes and root vegetables. Food number 4, low-fat and fat-free dairy products. The low-fat trend of the 1990s created a disaster. When you remove fat from dairy, you remove fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K2, which are critical for bone health, hormone production, and cellular repair. Worse, most low-fat products add sugar or artificial thickeners to improve taste. A study of 5,000 women over 50 found those who consumed low-fat dairy had 60% more osteoporosis and looked measurably older than those who ate full-fat dairy. But be careful, most conventional dairy is also problematic because of hormones and antibiotics. The solution? Full-fat organic dairy from grass-fed cows, or switch to unsweetened full-fat coconut yogurt, which has beneficial medium-chain triglycerides. Food number 5, fruit juice. Even 100% fruit juice with no sugar added. This one surprises people. Fruit juice is liquid sugar without the fiber that slows absorption. When you drink orange juice, your blood sugar spikes as fast as drinking a soda, triggering insulin, promoting fat storage, and accelerating glycation, a process where sugar molecules attach to proteins and make them dysfunctional. This is what creates AGEs, advanced glycation end products, which literally age your skin, organs, and blood vessels. A glass of orange juice has the sugar of 5 oranges, but none of the fiber, none of the satiety. Studies show regular juice consumption after 40 increases diabetes, risk by 70%, and accelerates skin aging by forming wrinkles and age spots faster. The substitute? Eat whole fruit, or if you must drink something, green vegetable juice with minimal fruit, like cucumber, celery, lemon, ginger. Food number 6, processed lunch meats and bacon, even the uncured organic versions. This is about nitrates and nitrites used for preservation and color. When exposed to high heat, these compounds form nitrosamines, which are classified as probable carcinogens and accelerate cellular aging. But even uncured meats often use celery powder, which converts to the same problematic compounds. A study tracking 100,000 people for 20 years found those eating processed meats 5 times weekly had biological ages 8 years older and significantly higher rates of heart disease and dementia. The substitutes? Fresh roasted turkey or chicken breast you prepare yourself, wild-caught smoked salmon, or plant-based proteins like tempeh or legumes. If you must have bacon, limit to once weekly, and choose brands with no added nitrates or celery powder. Food number 7, margarine and butter substitutes, including most vegan butter spreads. These products are often made with partially hydrogenated oils, are trans fats, that the FDA tried to ban because they're so damaging. Even products labeled trans fat-free can contain up to 0.5 grams per serving, which accumulates. Trans fats don't just raise bad cholesterol, they lower good cholesterol, promote inflammation, and directly damage cell membranes, accelerating aging at the cellular level. A Harvard study found that eliminating trans fats added an average of 2.6 years to lifespan. The substitute? Real grass-fed butter, which contains vitamin K2 and conjugated linoleic acid, both anti-aging compounds, or ghee, which is clarified butter that even lactose-intolerant people can usually tolerate. Now here's what you need to understand. It's not about perfection. If you eliminate just 4 of these 7 foods, you'll see measurable improvements. But if you try to go from eating all 7 daily to none overnight, you'll fail and give up. Here's the practical approach. Week 1, replace your cooking oils. Week 2, swap juice for whole fruit. Week 3, switch to full-fat dairy. Week 4, eliminate artificial sweeteners. Week 5, Reduce or remove wheat. Week 6, limit processed meats to once weekly maximum. Week 7, switch margarine to real butter. 1. Change per week, sustainable and realistic. Expected results. And these are based on real studies. 2 to 3 weeks, you'll notice better energy and clearer thinking. 4 to 8 weeks, inflammation markers measurably drop. Joint pain often improves. Skin starts looking better. 3 to 6 months, weight stabilizes, sleep improves. Biological age markers reverse. 12 months, significant improvement in disease risk markers, visible anti-aging effects. So recapping the 7, aging accelerators, refined vegetable oils, artificial sweeteners, modern wheat, low-fat dairy, fruit juice, processed meats, margarine. And their substitutes, olive and avocado oil, natural sweeteners or none, ancient grains or root vegetables, full-fat organic dairy, whole fruit, fresh-cooked meats, real grass-fed butter. If you want a complete shopping list and meal plan, comment shopping list, and if there's enough demand, I'll create it. If you're over 40, subscribe to Prime Years Lab, because next week we're revealing why your testosterone is dropping. The 5 daily habits you don't even notice. And if this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs this information. Remember, you're not destined to age rapidly, but what you eat every day is either accelerating or reversing that process. The choice is yours. See you in the next one.